Hi, welcome to Arty Crafty Alchemy. Today I am sharing with you the new Chasing Butterflies collection from the Reject Shop and hopefully Rosies so we can get some extra things. I'm the Arty Crafty Alchemist. Let's get started. First we'll take a quick look at the paper pad. The first piece is this village little lake type scene, and there is purple wood grain, pretty wildflowers, green with a very faint grid background. Then there is this piece with cups and teapots and bowls, all with florals on them. Next is this blue stripe, our first butterfly piece with black and purple butterflies. Then there is these cute cats and butterflies. Then these words, which are very hard to read. They are just the outlines of the words. Butterflies, adventure, dreaming is free, you plus me, laugh, happy day, XXX, and a bunch of other words. Then there is cats, meow, my cat loves me, purr purr purr. And then there is these jars on the pretty misty background with butterflies. Another stripe, florals on a blue background, this funky tie-dye type page, mustard and floral. We all know how I feel about mustard. This page here with all the words, and this page have gold foiling on them. Then we have a tone on tone floral. One of my favourite pages, this pretty tie-dye effect. And the other one of my favourite pages, the lovely watercolour florals. And then there is this peace symbol hand gesture page. So not too many butterflies in the Chasing Butterflies pad, and I'm gonna let you know right now there's not too many in the die cuts. There is 164 pieces. I kind of feel it's a missed opportunity for this collection. They call it Chasing Butterflies, but there's barely any butterflies. Now 164 pieces, we get a banner that says love you more, some balloon stamps, fun banners, enjoy today, some hearts and some tennis balls, ice creams, and as always there is 2 of every die cut, and a lot of these are gold foiled. In fact, I think almost all of them are gold foiled. There's 2 different ice creams, hedgehog, a little bird, books that say floral with flowers on them, charming, this beautiful watercolour floral. That's the other thing I think is missing, is more florals, some leaves, and our second floral, and that is it for the standalone floral pieces. There's no single flowers in this kit. Then we have the kitty cat and kites, rainbows, a beetle postage stamp, vespers and another little heart, clouds, a floral bouquet, a cute little kitty cat, sway arrow, a beetle, peace sign, loved, ink, a slide, typewriter, happy girls shine brighter, pencils, the months on different colours, scooters, basket with some flowers and bread, big dreamer word, skates, play, and we have trees, a drink, candles, high five, a backpack, a pram, mason jars, more trees, hello lovely, and lots of words, kind, a car, some clouds, someone taking a photograph, puppies, love you more, an envelope with a few flowers, strawberries, more tennis balls, a shopping bag with some fruit, this is us, some more balls, clouds, flower postage stamp, some leaves, tennis rackets, another ball, charming, enjoy, some more hearts, yippee, baguettes, today, butterfly, play all day tape, butterfly, cameras, picture with florals, the last butterfly, hand with love, always look out for a good time, some more hearts, tennis ball, oh you make my heart flutter, a book that says our life, our story, and a sun hat. And that is the end of the collectibles. Let me know below what you think of this collection. Do you think it's a missed opportunity? Chasing Butterflies sort of conjures up, you know, lots of butterflies for me because I absolutely adore butterflies, so yeah, no. What I thought I would do this time was, I've been watching a lot of those 10 card 1 kit YouTube videos, and I only have the paper pad and the collectibles, but I thought with a few little things from my stash that I would be able to make 10 cards, and I ended up making 11. So there is a bonus because I forgot I had wanted to try and use some of my scraps as well. I am just going to randomly pull a card and see where we go from there. Now I've already done all the stamping and embossing because I wanted to make it faster. I've got the stripy piece of paper, and this is going to be a very quick and simple get well soon card. I pretty much either started with a collectible or a piece of paper and worked from there. And most of these I already had cut out. I did have to cut a couple of small ones and a couple of gold scalloped pieces, but that was about it. I just wanted to show that you could make a bunch of cards with this really quickly, and I have used a lot of Rosie stamps. There were a couple of others, but mostly Rosie stamps as well. I am going to put some glue on the back of that and just glue that into there, and then I'm going to grab my foam tape and some non-stick Tim Holtz scissors, and I'm going to finish off this roll. I had another roll that I just opened, but who knows where I've lost it, so I'll just grab this roll, and I'm just going to cut some small pieces for these bits that are sticking up, and then I'm going to stick this one down. And this is a very quick, very simple get well soon card. No muss, no fuss, no frills. That's card number 1. The get well soon is from this Rosie stamp set. I don't know where the packet is. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Their stamp sets are not labelled. They have just come out with a whole bunch of new Rosie stamp sets. I'm excited to get my hands on some of them, but that is the stamp I used for that one. Now for the next card, this is actually the last one I made. My daughter picked this paper. I really like this tie-dye effect. I did mean to use it, but I just got sidetracked by making a bunch of other cards, as you do. Some of my card bases I've had to trim down because my card bases are from Kmart and they are Australian sizes, and American sizes are shorter than ours. So I've trimmed down my card bases so that the frame fits. Adding some craft glue. It's Helmer. I just keep refilling my bottle, and I'm going to add the frame to my card. I've measured something a little wrong somewhere. My paper trimmer doesn't cut straight. Just about half of the course. And I've got a little bit on the corner that peeks out, but I can trim that off. Now I've got the little scooter, and I'm just going to glue that on. I'm going to stick a piece of tape on here and a couple on the sides of my sentiment. Just want to make sure it's not going to bend, and add that to my gold scalloped piece. Going to add some foam tape behind my bird and add the bird onto the Vespa, and I didn't mean to stick that down, so hopefully I can. Yeah, there we go. I've lifted it up enough to stick the kite under there. I'm just going to stick a square of foam tape to the back of that, and I'm just going to rest it under there for a minute because I need to work out where that's going to go. I think I might pop that up again, add plenty of foam tape to the back so it's not going to bend out of shape at all. Pull that off a minute and center this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the back and slide that under there. And then I'm going to peel back the backing on the kite and pop that down. And that is card number 2 done. There's a bunch of stuff in this collection that I'm not sure how to use, so I've just decided to throw as many things on a card as I can and see how I go. This is the grid background green piece. It's going to cover my whole base. I think I did contemplate putting a frame around it, but I only had a certain amount of frames cut, so I didn't want to, well, because I'm lazy. I'm going to tape this one down with regular tape. Actually going to grab some foam. It has cat hair all over it. Joys of owning a cat. And I am going to trace around that. And then I'm going to cut inside the line. And then I can peel back my lining. In Australia it's not as easy to get just white foam, so I have to settle for whatever colours I can get. And I probably could have gone a little smaller. I'm just going to peel this, cut this edge off. Then I have some foam glue. I'm going to add that to the back, add that to my card. Now I know I want my backpack to stick up, so I'm just going to add some foam tape to the back of that and put that where I want it. I'm going to add some glue to my baguette and to my shopping bag. A little bit of foam tape to my strawberry, and I just made a tactical mistake again. I need to pull this up and add some glue underneath the ice cream. The strawberry's going there. And I'll add some glue behind pink drink. I've just added some foam tape behind there. I don't know when my camera stopped. I added a pink drink over there. And my strawberry over here. And there's another card done. That's card number 3. And I've forgotten to tell you which sets the stamps came from. May All Your Dreams Come True comes from the Dream in Colour stamp set, which I got from the Rejects shop, but Rosies also sell it on their website if you're still after that one, and they ship worldwide. Then You Are Simply Amazing is from Indigo Skies Kaisercraft, and I heat embossed that with Nouveau black embossing powder. Some of the stamping is done with the Nouveau hybrid black shadow, and some was done with Dilutions black, and some was done with my archival black, but it went missing between last night and me making a few more cards today. Card number 4, I used a background die. I did this Jennifer Maguire style with some press and seal, but it left sticky residue everywhere, and so I threw some superfine clear embossing powder over it and embossed it and turned it into a feature. Now this did take about 10 minutes to do, so I didn't want to make you wait that long and watch me do that. There is a little bit of ink residue in the corner here, but that is going to be covered up. I used the Happy Birthday from this set. Again, not 100% sure what this one is called. None of them have their actual names on them, which makes it difficult to tell you without going to the website. And my battery light is flashing and I still have 7 cards to make, so that is just not happening. I am going to add some glue to the back of this and work out where I want it to be. I'm going to press that onto there and then add some glue to the back of the hat. Some of these pieces were quite difficult for me to work out how to use, but I just played around until I found some designs that I thought might work. That really quickly is card number 4. This is a card using a leftover scrap. This was my bonus number 11 card. I'm just going to add some tape to the back of it, and I lined that up there so I would get it in the right spot and still put the tape in the wrong spot. I'm erasing my battery. I'm not sure I'm going to make it. I still have another 6 cards to go after this one, so we'll see how it goes. I really do need to get a new battery. Making sure to tuck that extra tape under. Then I'm going to add some glue to the back of the strip and butt that up against the paper, and the same with the other strip. And then I'm going to grab my sharp scissors. I don't know where my cutter bee scissors are right now. I would prefer to use them, but I just want a nice clean edge if I can get it. Next I'm going to grab some foam tape. A different plan. I'm just going to trim down here, trying to follow the curve of the wings, and I'm going to curve up the wings, and I think I will add foam tape to the back of this circle first, and then I'm just going to use this pen, which isn't really curved, but at the same time I can still curve the wings a little with it. And then I just need a couple of thin strips of tape right in under here, under the wings, and I am going to add glue to the antennas. Just going to dab a little bit of that excess glue off, and I'm going to add some foam tape behind this one. Now this stamp panel I already had done. I believe it is from a Do Craft set, but don't quote me on that. From a set I always have trouble getting to stick to the block when I'm trying to stamp. There we go with a very quick card number 5. I have the kitty cat. Again, this is the other piece of that background. I don't know if I have effective press and seal, but mine rips my cardboard and leaves residue behind, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or maybe it's been out in the Australian heat or something and it's a little more tacky than normal. But I have a lot of trouble using it. Does anybody else have it in Australia and have problems with it? I'm going to add tape behind my kitty. I think I'll just stick that one down the way it is. I used some black embossing powder on there, which I have regrets, but time was of the essence. I really wanted to get this video filmed and up as fast as possible. And I realised I missed a trick. I could have had a butterfly above the cat, but I didn't think of that until after I'd done this card. That is card number 6. This is the Soul Shine stamp set. If it matches a collection, it tells you what it's from. All the others don't have names. I used Thanks a Bunch and I stamped that onto the mason jar, and I've already adhered the flowers because I needed to know where they went so that I could do the embossing. Again, this is a very simple card. I'm going to use another one of the frames. Of course, if you don't have frames, you could just leave a border like that around your card. If you don't have circle dies, you could trace around something and cut out your circles, or you could use squares or turn your squares into octagons. I'm a bit unorganised at the moment. I've turned all my bins into storage for things. Oh dear, but that's alright. I'll just make a pile of rubbish and clean it up later. I'm adding glue to the frame and I'm carefully going to add that. And I'm going to stick this up on some foam tape. It's the tape that I don't like. It seems to be very sticky. I'd be glad to be rid of it, although I am running out of tapes at the moment. Hopefully I go to a craft show when I come back from England. I'm just going to peel off all the tape and stick this to my card panel. Those flowers are quite beautiful and I just thought they'd look really nice coming out of the mason jar. And that is really quickly card number 7. Okay, lucky dip for number 8. This one was a challenge. I don't like this paper at all. So I challenged myself to use it. It's the mustard one. But I'm going to add foam tape behind my flowers and add them onto my circle. And then add foam tape to the back of the circle, and I'm going to add a foam tape to the back of this. If I had more time, I'd just cut one of the pieces of foam, but my battery's going to go flat. That is card number 8, and the Enjoy Your Special Day is from this Jilly Bean Soup Hampton Art Enjoy set, and I've stamped that with Rose Matter archival ink and then used the Nouveau Clear Mark over the top and the Ranger Superfine Clear embossing powder. Another new thing they had at the reject shop is these 3 colours of glitter tape. I hadn't seen them before, so I grabbed them. Of course, I leave the most complicated ones for last. My older daughter asked me for a card for a co-worker who was leaving, and I forgot to ask if they were male or female or what kind of things they were into, so I thought while I was doing this I would make a couple of cards and she could choose one and give them whichever one she wanted. This was one of them, but she didn't choose this one. And I found out it was a female, but she doesn't think they're into pink and things, so that is why she didn't choose this one. This is the peace sign piece of paper. And then I have another frame, I think is the last frame. Again, I've somehow managed to not cut this right, but I will actually wait for this one to dry and trim it off later. Now I have a rainbow. I'm going to add some foam tape behind this rainbow. Is one I cut myself. I flipped these over and traced them and then cut them a little bit differently when I was cutting them out so that I could have some extra clouds. And this one is going to up in the corner. It says never stop chasing rainbows. I'm going to add some glue behind my rainbow, some foam tape behind my hand, making sure to support the fingers. We have our big peace sign. I'm going to glue this one down. I'm going to add some glue to this one and add that on there. And then a little bit of foam tape to this one. And the Never Stop Chasing Rainbows is from the Dreaming Colour collection. While I was doing this, that is card number 8. For card number 9, I have a lot. So we'll get started. I've made a whole scene for this card. This one is the purple wood grain paper. I've got the slide, I've got the picnic basket, I've got the little hedgehog, and I've got a couple of balls. So I'm going to stick some foam tape behind the basket and the hedgehog. This tape is so sticky. And I might stick a small square behind the tiny ball. And while I'm at it, I'll stick some behind this one. I'm going to have to find my eucalyptus and clean my scissors after this, that's for sure. And I'm going to add that to my circle. And that goes up there. My 2 little balls go down here. I just want to check and make sure everything's roughly where I want them to be before I stick everything down. I'll stick the trees down to start. Next I'll do the slide because it will help me work out where everything else needs to go. I wanted that one up there a bit higher. And then I'll stick our popped up ball down. And then I can stick the basket and the hedgehog on. Next I'm just going to glue this panel on. And I'm going to add some tape to the butterfly as well as some glue. And I think that's card number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lucky last, another complicated one. Not as complicated, that was the most complicated I think. This was the other one that I made for my daughter to choose from, and this is the one she has chosen. So I hope her workmate likes it. They all look like very different cards even though they've come from the one collection. The only thing that really pulls a few of them together is the watercolour flowers on some of them. Going to add foam tape behind here. And foam tape behind the car. I'm going to stick the trees down. Now I don't think I wanted this one to go all the way to the bottom, so let me have a look. I want that one to be slightly up so it doesn't show underneath the wheel of the car. And then add the car. The thing I'd do differently with this one is probably chop it down a bit, the square, but I forgot. I was going to, and I forgot. So this one, all I used for that was my paper trimmer and the die cuts and paper, and another Rosie stamp. That is from this stamp set, and the Hip Hip Hooray is also a Rosie set. That is from this set, which I think is a birthday set, but they have a new set going up on the website soon, hopefully. I'll do a quick relook at all these cards if I can fit it in before my battery dies. This has been a bit of a marathon. It's the next day and my battery did go flat, and I thought while my battery was charging I would start editing. Only I got 4 hours into the edit and Movie Maker went crash bang crash and ate most of my edit, and it took me an hour and a half to save half of my edit. Well, not even that. And by that time it was 5:30 in the morning and I was done. I was like, can't deal with this anymore, I'm going to bed. So I have no idea how much my camera caught before it crashed, so I thought I would just start with showing all the cards again. This is the Be Happy, Be Bright, Be You card, and I used this stamp set. This one doesn't have a name on it, so I'm unsure what it is called. I challenged myself to use the mustard piece of paper because I really don't like it. And I used the Enjoy Your Special Day from this Jelly Bean Soup Hampton Arts set. It has the shadow for the stamp if you wish to use it. And then a bunch of extra sentiments. That's the only card I'm pretty sure I used that one on. Then for these two cards, I used a background die and the Jennifer Maguire press and seal method. Happy Birthday came from this set. Again, it is not named. I hope that they start adding names to their stamp sets to make it easier to let you know what they are called. And then for the kitty cat, I used the You Are Pawsome stamp from the Kaisercraft Pawsome stamp and die set. I used Rose Matter Archival for this one and Viridian for this one. All my embossing was done with the Nouveau Clear Mark. I embossed the little feet from the Pawsome stamp set. The You Are Simply Amazing card is from another Kaisercraft set. This is the Indigo Skies stamp set. One thing I wish I had done for this one was before I added anything to it, I kind of wish I'd mixed up some gold paint and done some paint splatter on there just to give the background a little bit of a lift. That's the only thing I'd do different on that one. Then for this card, this is the Hip Hip Hooray stamp, and that is from this birthday sentiment set from Rosies. And on the inside, I'm going to stamp Have a Special Day. The Mason Jar, Thanks a Bunch, comes from the Soulshine stamps. I think we called Soulshine something different here. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. For our little birdie on the scooter, I have used May All Your Dreams Come True from the Dreaming colour. These are still available, I believe, on the Rosies website, although I got these from the Reject Shop. The Craft Stall is the Reject Shop version of Rosies. This one is, I believe, a Crafter's Companion stamp. I already had this stamped and thought I would toss it on this card instead of letting it go to waste. The Get Well Soon came from this stamp set, which I have lost the package to, which is another Rosie stamp set. Just looking around me to see where it's gone, but I have no idea. So I stamped the Get Well Soon on there. I lost my archival ink, jet black, so I ended up stamping it with the Nouveau Hybrid, but this is a slick surface, so it didn't go very well. So I've used the dilutions on that one. Some of the cards have the Nouveau, some have dilutions, some have archival jet black. But as I said, who knows where that's gone. And finally, the Chasing Rainbows card, again, that is using the Dreaming colour stamps from the Craft Stall, Reject Shop, but I don't think they have it anymore. I'm pretty sure they are still available on rosiestudio.com. And I'm just going to have to trim that little bit off and that card will be finished. I can add some bling to some of these. I wanted to keep them mostly fairly basic, so you could see that just with a paper trimmer and some cardstock even, you could make some of these. I could have made this border a little bit smaller and had a thick border like this around the paper. If I didn't have this die to cut out this border, I could have plopped something down and traced around it to cut the circles out. If I didn't have circle dies, I could have done these a different way, maybe some ink blending on the backgrounds, but I was just looking for fast and easy ways to make a bunch of cards with this collection to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this look at the 11 cards I made. I was only going to make 10, but then I remembered I wanted to try and utilize some of the extra strips, and I'd already asked my daughter to pick a piece of paper and she picked this one, so I ended up making the extra card so that I did use at least one of the strips that I had left over to show that even if you cut a full piece, whatever's left over can still be turned into a really nice card. Let me know below what your favourite one of these cards is. I think I'm pretty partial to the bird on the Vespa, and kitty cat is really cute. I like that one, and I love those flowers. They're gorgeous. I don't know, it's hard to find a favourite. I actually like this one, even though it's a bit of a hodgepodge. I hope you enjoyed this look at the new Chasing Butterflies collection. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.